the ultimate in a road car. Maneuverability and handling, power and traction, poise and balance. In the finest tradition of German automotive engineering, all-wheel drive Volkswagen Syncro advances to the forefront of drivetrain technology, the business of getting power to the driving wheels. In early car designs, a solid rear axle locked the rear wheels together, driving them at the same speed. This worked well when the car moved straight forward, but there were big problems when making a turn. In a turn, if the inside wheel rolled without slipping or dragging, the outside wheel skidded, which wore tires down. This became known as tire scrubbing, and happens because the outside wheel has a longer path to travel than the inside wheel. To cover its path, the outside wheel needs to roll faster than the inside wheel, but it can't, since the axle locks the two wheels together and makes them roll at the same speed. In addition to damaging tires, tire scrubbing resulted in a loss of traction and waste of power. A popular way to eliminate these problems came with splitting the axle in two and adding the differential, an item present on every car on the road today. With the axle split in two, each wheel can roll at its preferred speed, while the differential supplies drive power to both wheels. This design eliminated problems like tire scrubbing, but it created a new problem in another important driving situation. Under ordinary driving conditions, both rear wheels on a rear-wheel drive car dig into the road surface and power the vehicle. But on a slick surface, where neither wheel can get traction, the differential feeds all of the engine's power to the rear wheel with the least friction, trying to get it to dig in. Until this wheel gets traction, the other rear wheel sits virtually motionless. You have one-wheel drive when you need more than one wheel working for you. One possible reason for not getting traction with that single driving wheel is the lack of enough weight over it. More weight over driving wheels results in better traction. Most cars with the rear-wheel drive design have their engines mounted over the car's front wheels, not over the rear wheels which power the car. The development of front-wheel drive technology helped overcome this problem by putting the weight of the engine over the front wheels, the driving wheels. In spite of this weight advantage, the front driving wheels can still get stuck, just like the previous rear-wheel drive design. Further, front-wheel drive cannot offer the advantage of having both the pull of front driving wheels and the push of rear driving wheels working together. The next step was four-wheel drive. Drivetrain technology was getting closer, but there were still drawbacks. Conventional four-wheel drive offers the advantage of driving power to all wheels, but just part of the time. Only the two rear wheels drive the vehicle unless the driver throws a switch to engage all four wheels. This four-wheel drive switch directs the transfer case to send 50% of the engine's power to the rear and the other 50% to the front. The transfer case contains a mass of gearing, linkage, and lubricant, which makes it a large, heavy, and bulky unit, adding extra weight to the vehicle and reducing fuel economy. It's also one reason four-wheel drive vehicles ride so high off the ground. Manufacturers make their four-wheel drive systems part-time, possibly to avoid some specific problems during cornering. When any car corners, the front wheels drive a longer path than the rear, since the front wheels steer and the rear wheels trail. This means the front wheels need to drive faster than the rear wheels. Four-wheel drive resists this because the transfer case sends exactly the same amount of drive power, 50%, to the front as to the rear. The result is difficult steering and tire scrubbing, since the front wheels drive slower than they'd like, forcing them to skid and drag, and the rear wheels drive faster than they need, grinding into the pavement. The wheels cannot drive at their own preferred speed. Now, in the finest tradition of German engineering, Volkswagen offers all-wheel drive Quantum and Vanagon Syncro, taking advantage of the benefits of four-wheel, front-wheel, and rear-wheel drive without all their drawbacks. These two vehicles are the result of remarkable designs in drivetrain technology. They use power transfer systems between the front and rear axles, providing power to all wheels in the exact amount each needs, while allowing each to rotate at its own preferred speed in various turning and handling maneuvers and under a wide range of driving conditions. Volkswagen Syncro accomplishes this task by itself. There's no switch to operate, no decision to make. Based on the actual road conditions at each wheel, power is summoned up on a need-to-have basis all the time. This results in improved traction during cornering. There's no steering or tire scrubbing problems as with conventional four-wheel drive. Greater predictability. You don't switch back and forth between two- and four-wheel drive systems. And there's better performance in poor conditions. All four wheels propel the vehicle. Quantum Syncro incorporates a third center differential into its transmission. This compact, lightweight design minimizes the problems of extra weight, poor fuel economy, and undesirable vehicle height. Quantum's low center of gravity makes cornering flatter and smoother. In addition, with Quantum you can lock the front axle to the rear axle and also lock the rear wheels together. This feature provides extra traction when getting stuck is likely and traveling speed is low and controlled. By pulling a knob to its first position, the front and rear axles lock. The second position locks the rear wheels together. Vanagon Syncro utilizes a viscous coupling located near the front axle as a third differential. It provides power to the front wheels when the rear wheels lose traction or slip for any reason. You do nothing to make this happen. The viscous coupling does it itself. The coupling contains two sets of friction plates in a silicone fluid. One set of plates is connected to the front differential, the other to the rear differential. As slippage occurs at the rear wheels, which are both constantly driving, it causes one set of plates to spin. As they spin, friction causes the fluid to heat up, which makes it thicken. That in turn engages the other set of plates, which supply power to the front driving wheels. As a result, all four wheels are driving on a need-to-have basis, without the driver doing a thing. With these engineering designs, Quantum Syncro and Vanagon Syncro provide increased traction and control under a wide range of driving conditions and situations. The only way to truly understand Syncro's advantages is to experience them behind the wheel. Your Volkswagen representative will be happy to give you an opportunity to drive Syncro, a drive that will feel like few others. Volkswagen Syncro. It isn't four-wheel, front-wheel, or rear-wheel drive. It's all-wheel drive, a sensible alternative in advanced drivetrain system.